Hi everyone, welcome back. I have a new game against ChessCoach4u from the US. Let's see who he is while he's thinking. Anonymous. Oh, this is quite a unique choice for someone who wants to coach. Anyways, we're entering one of my favorite lines, the Nimzo f3, and one may refer to it as my pet line. So far so good. Feel quite convenient with the position. Typical Benoni structure with the bishop on b4 instead of g7. In both cases I like white's chances, but with the bishop here, yeah, I find it even more interesting to play with white. b5 isn't considered to be the most accurate, I believe, because I can undermine the pawn structure immediately with a4. And he has to compromise. He does not in time to play a logical move like rook b8, because after castles or something like this, he's going to be under some pressure. Yeah, and here you can choose between bishop d2 and castles. I think castles makes a lot of sense. He doesn't have time to take the pawn yet. At least I think so. And now king h1 maybe. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what my opponent wants in his next move. I guess, yeah, bishop d2 is a good move, but now he has some threats. Maybe bishop d2 was a bit more accurate, threatening 8x b5. Let's see, try to exploit the way he's playing. Bishop g5 with a double threat of 8x b5 and also bishop takes f6, ruining his kingside position, his king defense. So I think my position should be better. I'm also ahead on the clock by a little bit, which is probably a good sign. Okay, rook a2 is logical. I think it should work out, but I guess we'll see. Now bishop takes c3 seems like the obvious choice, and I'll take back with the pre-move, and then 8x b5 to follow next. Okay, I guess taking makes a lot of sense. Now rook c2 might be my next move. Trying to get the c4 pawn here. In case no one knows what we're doing here with the rating, we're trying to climb to cross 2450 before going on to 2500, I meant, to complete the next goal, I would say. Now I have a choice, bishop or rook. Bishop makes more sense to me right now at first glance because the knight is hanging, so I'll do it. I guess yeah, it should be strong enough. If it takes, I take back like this, and the knight is hanging, he has to move back. And now I should decide between taking on f6 immediately or maybe playing for the initiative. Actually I like it more, just knight f5, maintaining the option for later. In the meantime d6 is hanging, so he has to respond somehow. Yeah, and now the knight can't move anyway, so I should feel quite comfortable about the situation. 97, 96 comes to mind. And then don't think I can exploit it very well. Let's just create a window for the king somehow. Just a solid move like h4 or h3 and waiting to see what he does. The back rank could be problematic, and I already have a pawn up and better pieces. Yeah, okay, now the knight on c6 might be more relevant, I would say. But there are many different ideas. Okay, let's see. Also like knight h6 check sometimes. h5 comes to mind. I really like it. Okay, let's do it. h5, preparing h6 for the next move. And if he takes, I'll just grab the material. Yeah, this is logical. And now there are different ways to try and exploit it. I like this one.
Check.
Just putting the knight here and playing h6 next. Okay, he can move the knight away, but after h takes g7 his pawn structure will be a bit even more damaged, I would say. How can I exploit this? I don't have a lot of time. Let's go back. Generally I don't like it, but I'm creating some threats such as e5 and so on. Okay, let's do it. I have only 1 minute left, so I better be quick. Go here maybe. This is not quick. Let's go f4. Don't think it's a great move, but wanted to prepare some idea, which might not work. Yeah, it just goes here. Okay, let's go rook a1. 44 seconds should be enough. Okay, grabbing even more material. If he goes rook d7, I might go e6. Yeah, he has some threats. I don't think so. Let's go here. Rook a8 is an idea for later. b7 as well.
Check.
Okay, let's just grab the material. I don't have much time left.
Black
And he resigned.
resigns.
Okay. 24-80. So 20 points away from our goal. Let's have a quick look at the game. It sounds a bit loud to me for some reason. I wonder how it is for you guys. I don't see... how can I control it? Maybe here. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if the sound of the chess club window is a bit high. Maybe it's only for me and the settings are the same for you guys. Okay, so back to the game. Up until here I'm quite sure this is more or less been played in many games, especially in my own games. I remember at least 10 different occasions when people play b5. Let's have a look with the computer. a4 I think should be already around 0.7 or 8. So let's have a look. For some reason it works very slowly. I don't know why. Maybe if I close some Explorer windows, I don't know. It doesn't work. Oh, finally. Okay. A4. I guess I should have castled first. Maybe it's not a mistake yet. But queen a5 definitely is, and after bishop d2 I should be much better. And b takes e3 is the key. Okay, nice. But here it's also very convincing. Bishop e3 would have been the best choice, I guess. I'm sure you can see the evaluation here, the bottom of the screen. Bishop c5 takes a b5. Yeah, he doesn't have time to respond. So I want to play bishop g5, but I didn't like the fact that he can play something like bishop b7 followed by queen b6. But after bishop e3, he just has no time to respond well to a takes b5. So that's a bit unfortunate, but overall the advantage remains the same. And b6 is interesting. I don't understand why it's so strong, but I guess it's just preparing knight f5 and avoiding a takes b5. Yeah, this position is just overwhelming. My play was more or less okay.
Check.
And yeah, I can't really complain. Bishop e2 wasn't the best, but it was practical, because I'm creating a threat to play e5 and improve my position. A better way would have been to play rook a2, but I'm not sure why. Once again, probably rook d to a1 next, trying to just prevent all counterplay and slowly improve my position. And yeah, okay, f4 was a mistake, allowing bishop f5. I could sense bishop f5 was a bit tricky, but I couldn't come up with a better move. E takes d6, knight b3, bishop e7. Yeah, seems convincing enough. So e takes d6, and then rook c3 at the end. And yeah, just overwhelming. Instead I played this move and this move. Yeah, and a2 was a mistake. He should have played rook b to b8 and maybe bishop f5 next. He would have had a better chance. And yeah, to summarize, this is already completely winning. I can't imagine that I made any big mistakes. Yeah. Okay, so overall a decent game. Can't complain too much, but I do have to improve my technique and be more accurate in the opening, especially around this point. I think I'm quite sure a4 was the right choice. Yeah, now that I'm giving the computer a bit more time, it seems to like it. And suddenly 0-0 again. Okay, rook b8. So I guess I should castle first. Let's have a quick look and then wrap up this video. So instead of a4, yeah, if I castle, he will go c4, and maybe then I can try some a4 related ideas, but not immediately. Maybe king h1, and then yeah, this position I like for white. I'm just preparing a4, and if he does something against it, such as rook b8 and so on, I can just go bishop e3 and develop, and put the bishop maybe on d4 and try to increase my initiative. Overall, it's a very complicated position, but I put my money on the white side. I really like this structure from white's perspective. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something. And if you want to learn some more, then feel free to watch the next videos.